We'll be considering candlesticks, okay, trying to explain what candlesticks are. So they are called Japanese candlesticks. And when you come to your MetaTrader 5 or MetaTrader 4, you see an option. And see when you come to your settings, you see your line type. So you can leave it at, we have bar chart, line chart, or we leave it at candlesticks, okay. So this is based on the candlesticks, we'll be able to is our price action. That is what we'll use in our charts to see what price is doing. Okay, so in this video we are going to be explaining what they are, what candlesticks are. So these are the price actions that you see in your chart. Now this is called Japanese candlestick. Okay, so you can see it comprises of a tiny part, a fat portion here. Now what this tiny part here is what we call the wick or exhaustion or the shadow. Okay, it's called the wick or the shadow. Now we have a body. The fat part is known as the body, is the fat portion. Now talking about the color, you can choose to use whichever color you want. Okay, you can use blue for the bullish candle, you can use red for the bearish candle. And when you go to your settings, you'll see where you will be able to choose the type of color that you want for the candlestick. But the color actually doesn't matter. You can use whatever color you want to use. Now, moving on, when you talk about candlesticks, you can see this is a bullish candlestick. I will explain why. This is a bearish candlestick, and I will explain why. Now you can see the OHLC is what we use to indicate. Now we have what we call the open, the high, the low, and the close. The open, the high, the low, and the close. Now look at this candlestick here. Look at the wick. We said this is the high. The top of the wick here, the upper shadow is the high. Okay. Now the bottom here is the low. Now you can see where the candlestick opened. This is where it opened and this is where it closed. Now you can see that the open was is below the close. So this is what is referred to as the bullish candlestick. Now you can see this for this now we still have the same thing, the high and the low. Okay, then we have the close then before the open. So the open is now above the close. This is what is referred to as the bearish candle. So the candle opened here. This was the high it attended, but price did not stay there. It opened here and then it went down to this low and then it had a push and closed here. So what happened is that this opened, it was at the top and the close at the bottom. This is a bearish candle. Open at the bottom, close at the top is a bullish candle. So we are using the OHLC. Okay, so you can see some of the things that will tell us about price action is this candlestick. Candlesticks will tell us a lot about what is happening in the background. It will tell us about price action. What are the participants in the market doing? Now you can see where we have a body, a long body and a short body. A long body, a long candlestick indicates a strong buying or selling pressure. When you see a long candlestick like this, it represents a strong buying or a selling pressure. When you see a short candlestick like this, the body, it represents a little buying or selling activity in the market. Now, one of the things again you want to notice about the candlestick, apart from the body, is the wick. Now, wicks tells us a lot about the decision being made in the market. Now, you can see long wicks is a sign of market rejection. Now, when you see price, this price now coming and boom, it had a long wick here, and there's a rejection. Price push back and push back to this zone. So you can see that what happened is that it opened here, and then we had a close here. Now this was a market, a rejection. This was probably a bullish candle because the open was here. Then price came up to this point and that's the high. This was the high and this is the low. You can see price coming up to this point and then the sellers push price downward and close price here. Now this is a bullish candle, that but what we had sellers pushing price, so we had a long wick here. this is a sign that market might tend to reverse. This is the candle. This week now is telling us that the sellers are trying to push price, and market might tend to reverse. So weeks tells us about the decision being made in the market. So you can see here that the decision now is that the market might tend to reverse. Now, long weeks is a sign of market rejection. So you can see that market is kind of rejecting the zone and is trying to have it push downward. Now, and it means that this could be a possible reversal or turnaround. Weeks indicate fake out. Now, weeks also indicates fake out, where we had a week like this. It can mean that the market faked out and came back and closed and probably wants to turn around. So you can also see this candlestick where its price, this is the high, this is the low. And what happens is that price opened at this place here, and we had a candlestick B, price opened here, and it went down to this point here. Now when it came to this point here, the buyers now decide to push the price. Now, this is forming a long wick and closes here. Now, this shows that the buyers are kind of trying to reverse this bearish candle, and the market is about to change to a bullish, an upward market. Okay, so we said what Wix tells us about a lot of decision made in the market. Okay, Wix tells us a lot of decision being made in the market. So you can see here, this is just an example. You can see when price came here and met the support area here. You can see where we have long wicks. You can see this candlestick here. These candlesticks are formed there. We had wicks. Now you can see this candlestick. This is a bearish candle pushed down up to this point. This is the low. But buyers came, they pushed the candle up, and you can see when price came again, you can look at this candlestick, and boom, we had a push, we had the upward movement. So this zone here, missing conflicts with our support zone here, telling us that price will tend to go up, and you can see what price did. Price went up. When price came to this resistance area, which was the previous resistance here, look at our candlesticks, forming long candlesticks, and then we had the downward movement. When it came here again, look at the candlestick, look at the rejection, the wick, the long wick, and then boom, look at the wick, and then you see, now look at this wick here now. Look at this wick, forming this wick here, long wick here. You can see the push to the upside. Coming, look at the wick again. So wicks in major reversal zone. Now when you see wicks in this support and resistance area, major reversal areas, is a strong complex of price, indicating where price will go next. You can see how price now pushed up. You can see where wicks here again, and you can see what happened. So weeks tells us about a lot of decision being made in the market. So we're going to stop here for these weeks. We're going to still have another video as we move on, where we're still going to explain this in better, clearer way. But these are just the few things you want to understand about the candlesticks. Okay, these are the basic. We're still going to explain better. Thank you for watching. Have a lovely day.